Alright, so I'm going to do this quickly, but I want to tell you guys that this is Stephanie, and
Hi.
I was just on the phone with my brother, and we were literally processing, and I started crying, and I got off on the side of the road and pulled into this gas station, and just was crying in the corner of the gas station. And Magic walked up to her, and they started playing, and I noticed her arm, and her arm says, "I refuse to sink." And I said, wow, that's like really beautiful. And I asked her about the tattoo, and can I share?
Yes.
So she had shared with me that her sister, her baby sister, had passed away. And I sat there and I closed my eyes and I said, that's, interesting, and I looked at my tattoos and I said, this is for my brother. And we didn't really talk much more, we kind of like passed, and I went back to my car, put Magic in, and I walked back in to talk to her. And when I came outside, I walked up to her and I said, Stephanie, I didn't want to leave. I wanted to ask you if I could take a picture of your arm. And what did you say?
Please. Yeah.
She said, yeah, but she had said that, that she had felt
a connection.
Yeah. Yeah. A soul connection.
Soul connection.
Yeah. And this just happened.
Beautiful soul.
Right here, too. We just mirrored each other in a second. And so I said, can I give you something? And she said, yeah, let me just go to my car really quickly. And I'm standing in the back of my car getting her a Now Level Up shirt. And what did you come up to me and give me?
A penny from heaven.
So she told me that a sign from her sister is that pennies change. And it's funny because I didn't tell you this, but a medium also told us that Jason comes through his coins, his pennies. So my brother always takes pictures of them. So she walks up and she says, I want to give you this for your travels. And I just want to highlight, it's all about the signs. It's all about allowing ourselves to feel in the moment and be seen and vulnerable and heard. And that's how the messages come through that we're not alone. Like if I didn't have the ability and the want and the desire to feel my feelings and to turn into a gas station and to get out of my car and just be crying. I think I went up to you and I said, I did. I said, I'm going to be honest, I was in the corner of the gas station crying. Because my brother and I were just talking about some heavy stuff and processing about my brother and about God and the universe and all this stuff. And it's about opening your heart to other people, and you will be received. Thank you for receiving.
Thank you for receiving me.
Yeah. Oh. She's honestly such an angel and such a blessing. So if you guys are in Idaho, where are we?
We're at South Fifth Common Sense.
Yeah, come and say hi to her. She's unbelievable. I want to reflect on Stephanie. I want to express how every little piece of our story is written. Every little piece of it. It's just up to us to feel, like actually feel, not run, not numb, but to really feel into our story, into our life, and see the signs. My brother and I were on the phone, and I had been triggered, and I was telling him that I had all of this fear coming up inside of me, like this little girl fear. And, he was talking about, he's like, yes, you know you're guided by spirit, you know that you're guided by God, you know that you have these angels next to you, you just have to keep trusting. Like, I'm here to remind you of that. And I said, I know, I just sometimes get scared, and then I feel it, and then it goes away, but I have to allow myself to feel the fear, because I know that I'm the love moving through the fear. And so we get off the phone, and I'm driving, and I feel this, I swear, okay, on everything. I'm driving, and this big gust of wind hits the car, okay, like hits it. And the second that it hits it, I look to my right, and I see a sign that's for an exit. And I hear God say, get off, get off. And I'm like, ugh, I don't want to get off. I'm trying to get where I'm going. And God goes, get off. So I get off. I pull into this gas station right next to the exit. And I pull in the corner spot, and I just start crying. Like hysterically crying. And I actually, in all honesty, I recorded a video and I deleted it, and it was for you guys. And I said to myself, I just don't want to be on camera crying. I don't want to be on camera feeling. I'm feeling for myself, but I can feel I'm feeling for the collective. And I let Magic out, and Magic runs up to Stephanie. And then everything that I told you just transpired. And the reason that I post these videos is because you guys know, and if you don't know, I am on the road just showing how Spirit literally guides us. How Spirit, if you just allow yourself to surrender into your story, every single part of it, every single part, if you tune into your intuition, is led and written already. That entire thing wouldn't have transpired unless I allowed myself to feel the fear. Unless I allowed myself to feel everything. I could have instantly numbed out and just kept driving and listening to music and not really wanting to feel it. But I allowed myself. I gave myself permission. Why? Because as a kid, I never did. And my parents never did. I was never allowed to feel. I was never validated. And I know in the path, and you guys know this, that the only way that we can keep playing is if we decide to validate our own feelings, if we decide to take initiative for our own lives, to let the feelings come up, to not judge them. The first thing that I said to her when I asked her about her tattoo was, I just want to be fully transparent. I was literally sitting in the corner of the parking lot crying because I was just thinking about Spirit and God and being led and how we're not alone. And I go, and then you show up. And when we got off the camera just now, she goes, honestly, this is just such a blessing. Like, to know that we're not alone in the world, to know that Spirit is real, to know that we're guided. And she's just like, I totally believe. And this just makes me believe even deeper. And when we believe, when we allow ourselves to believe in the magic, when we allow ourselves to believe in the unknown or the unseen, we can get through anything. Why? Because brothers and sisters show up to remind us that we're safe in this game and that we can do it. And a lot of us have not had that support. A lot of us have not had people in our lives pushing us and telling us that our superpowers are real, or our purpose is real, or that being who we are is okay. And it is okay to allow yourselves to receive from the outside world, because the truth is, they're just reflections of you. So today, I overrode a system within myself, right? I allowed myself to feel. I didn't numb out. And what happened? It showed up externally for validation. That's the next level. That's how you process. Then you keep moving. You keep moving and grooving. This is just another beautiful story on the road. Thank you, Stephanie, for showing up. I love you. I'm sending love to your sister. And, you know, the truth is you're not alone, or you wouldn't have met me today and you wouldn't have had this experience, and I wouldn't have met you. And I know I'm not alone because Jason and my angels and my ancestors are all working to help keep reminding me of that message. So if you're seeing this message right now, you are not alone. Please get this, that this is Spirit's sign to you, reminding you right now that you're not alone. This is real. The magic is real. Just keep tuning into it, keep believing, and keep trusting. I love you.